Okay, hi, I'm Lucy Suchman. I'm here at the UN Convention on Certain Conventional Weapons as part of the campaign to stop killer robots, and more specifically ICRAC, the International Committee for Robot Arms Control. I'm here because, I'm a U.S. citizen, but a happy Canadian resident. Came here from Salt Spring Island in British Columbia to be on one of the panels here. And I'm just going to give a very brief report on the last day of the conference, which has been an extremely interesting one. It started in the morning with the final panel, which was on destabilizing effects of laws, including interactions, potential unpredictable interactions with environments, and also with other systems. I think that point has been made really well, and there was discussion from the floor and also a statement from ICRAC on the unpredictability, the inherent unpredictability of these systems and the impossibility of testing them. So I think that point's been made clearly and heard. There was then the session chairs came and remarkably did brief oral summaries of all of the panels, which were very interesting, and that's all been written up. And then there was a very extended break. We first went into a session in a smaller room, and some of us from the civil society organizations came along to discuss the third version of the draft recommendations, and that discussion proceeded for about a half an hour, and then there was a break because the chair decided that there needed to be some bilateral negotiations in order to move forward. That ended up taking 3 hours. We then reconvened, and the result of those negotiations was the unanimous adoption of a set of recommendations to the fifth review conference in November, that a group of governmental experts, which is a more formal convening of this body, go forward, which is really good. And I'll just close by saying that briefly the recommendations to that for what the GGE should do include identification of the characteristics and elaboration of a working definition of what lethal autonomous weapons are, and then a consideration of the application and compliance with the relevant legal principles and rules of international law, and in particular international humanitarian law in relation to these weapon systems. So a good outcome moving forward, moving to a more formal meeting. We are cautiously optimistic about the proceedings of that meeting, and so to be continued.